Hi, it's Alan. I am about 3 months on T. I'm a few days past 3 months, but whatever, it doesn't make that much difference. So, for starters, I actually have a sort of non-T related question for you guys. Recently I've been reflecting on the fact that my videos are public and, I'm a professor and I'm getting a lot more subscribers, which is awesome, but then I think, what if students or employers or whoever else sees my videos? I've never really worried about that, but I don't know, it's just kind of hit me. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think about that? About the privacy issue? If you have a vlog, what's your take on it? Or if you don't have a vlog and if you don't do it because of privacy reasons, can you elaborate on that just to help me think about it? Because I'm pondering making some, probably not all, but a chunk of my previous videos private, or, well, that means on your end, that would basically look like taking them down, so, I don't know. Yeah. I wish I could go back and edit some of them, but that would take a lot of work, and then I would lose all of the comments, because if I deleted it and then, edited the old video on my computer and then uploaded the edited version, I would lose all the comments and all that. So, yeah, because there are parts in previous videos, like T updates, for example, where I'm talking about some aspects of the changes where now I'm like, I kind of wished I hadn't talked about that, because it was really helpful for me to talk about it at the time, and maybe it's helpful for other people to hear all the details of the changes, but some of it, I am like, oh, actually, maybe I won't talk about private things in videos anymore. Yeah, why did I do that? Yeah, so anyway, let me know your thoughts about that. Okay, 3 months on T, so my voice, I feel like, continues to be deeper. I haven't noticed any, what's the word I'm looking for, noticeable, sudden voice drops. I haven't had any voice drops. I hear people say in their videos, oh, I had a voice drop recently. I haven't had that. I haven't noticed any real voice cracking. My voice just kind of goes down, so... I have a cold right now, though. I'm recovering from a cold, so my voice might sound a little different for that reason. Let's see. So acne continues. It's not horrible, but it's there. Hello, very close up. I'm greasy, as you can tell. I have some acne on my shoulders and back. Yeah, you can see some of that. And let's see, muscles. Well, I haven't been working out in over a month because I had top surgery, is it 5 weeks tomorrow? I think it might be 5 weeks tomorrow, top surgery. So I haven't worked out. That sucks. But I do notice something, which is that pre-T, if I had not done any upper body exercises for 5 weeks, that I would have much less muscles than I have right now. Because I haven't worked out, and I feel strong. I feel like I look pretty strong. My muscles feel solid. I'm sure they would be, bigger and stronger if I had been working out, but this is much more than I would have expected pre-T, so that's something. And I notice, my forearms look strong, or I don't know if it's less body fat or less of the subcutaneous fat or what, but I feel like they're almost increasing a little bit even though I haven't worked out, which is nice. And also, I haven't been eating a ton in the last 3 or 4 weeks. A lot of that is because of stress and because I've been so busy because of moving and splitting up with my wife and starting back to work. So it would probably be better if I ate more. So that might be why I don't have a ton of subcutaneous fat. And I continue noticing difference in my hands. I'm happier with how my hands are looking. I feel like they're like a little bit more manly. And same with kind of everything. I feel like my whole body is looking a little bit more manly as time goes on. And then, like, the muscle issue goes for all my other muscles, too. Like, I feel like I look pretty buff in the chest region and, like, my lats and stuff, considering I haven't worked out. So, as everybody says, like, hair increases. It's just ongoing, obviously, all over. The place where I've noticed the most dramatic body hair increase, it wasn't the first that I noticed, but has ended up being the most dramatic, is thighs and legs. Like, that's, like, thighs is where I've seen the first noticeable, almost soon-to-be explosion of dark hairs. Whereas, like, on my arms and my hands, it's blonde. So that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how I end up feeling about that. And let's see. So mental, I could talk about mental stuff. So it's a little hard to pick apart what mental feelings or changes are due to being on T and which are just due to feeling more able to be myself and having more confidence because of that and sort of discovering more about my real self and thus like putting up with less crap, basically. 'Cause I've been through a gigantic, like, not discovery really, but sort of like awakening or self-acceptance and that kind of thing. Especially since I've had to deal with splitting up with my wife. But anyway, mentally, and again, I don't know why this is. I'm not attributing it to any one thing, but it could partially be because of T, maybe. I feel more, like, assertive, and less worried about what other people think, or, like, a little bit less worried about sort of, like, pleasing other people. For example, let's see. Well, this is sort of a weird or silly example, but, like, even when I talk in my videos and I'm sort of aware of the audience and aware of what other people might say in response to me. So, maybe it was my last video or one of my last videos, I said something like, I have an easy time putting on muscle, or something like I'm genetically, like I have the genetics, the genes to, like, have muscle maybe like a little bit more than average. I mean, that's what it seems to me. So before, for whatever reason, I would have thought, like, well, I don't know if I want to say that. Like, what if I sound arrogant? Like, I don't want to talk about myself like that. So I would have been much more shy about it. But now I'm like, well, I don't know the statistics. I don't know what percentile I am or anything like that. But from what I see in other people, I kind of get the impression that I have an easier time building muscle. And, you know, I haven't been working out for over a month. And, I mean, and I've been on T for only 3 months. And I have some significant muscle. And it's not like I'm bragging. It's like, well, it seems like that's sort of a a fact. I'm not saying I'm the most buff person in the world. I certainly know I'm not. But it's like I can say things like that, and I don't feel like, oh, I'm being arrogant. People will think I'm arrogant. Like, I don't want to upset people. It's like, well, this is how it is, and I'm just gonna say it. Granted, that's maybe sort of a silly example. But I guess I would just say I generally have a somewhat easier time stating my opinions, or like saying things without obsessing over whether people will react to it kind of poorly. Nothing extreme. It's not like I'm insulting people. It's not like I'm saying anything out of the ordinary. It's just I'm less like obsessively shy and obsessively concerned with other people's reactions. So that's really nice. Yeah, I'll have to work on putting that into words more, but that's kind of a summary. Yeah. And probably because of my confidence and because I am passing or being read as a guy all the time, I've had much more comfort interacting with guys, and it's been different because now they're like all the time seeing me as a guy. So, gosh, that's a huge topic. I said a little bit about it in a previous video that mentioned like social interactions in the title, but basically I would be nervous about talking with guys at all before, especially if I didn't know them already, but now I feel way more comfortable, and I have a much easier time just doing chit-chat with strangers, like the checker at the grocery store. I haven't had any very dramatic or noteworthy interactions, but that's easier and I feel more confident. It just feels comfortable and fitting for me to interact as a guy, whatever that means. And I guess that reminds me of something else, which is that I just feel much more comfortable in public in general for reasons such as that. Just that I don't feel like I am hiding anything. Not that trans people hide anything. It's like, an example is that, like, before top surgery, when I would, like, be out in public or in a public men's restroom, you know, I would do the, like, hunching thing, even though my boobs didn't show that much, but I would try to, like, hide them. So that feels like hiding in a way. Not hiding as in sneaking, but just hiding as in sort of, like, covering myself either literally or figuratively. But now I don't have to do that. Like, I was in a public men's restroom the other day, and it's like, I thought to myself, I don't even have to feel nervous. I mean, granted, bad things can happen. If people know that you're trans and are prejudiced and want to be violent and all that, yes, but in an everyday situation, I felt like I don't have to be nervous. I don't have to, like, try to hide anything like that. It's like, I'm a guy, I look like a guy, I am a guy, I should be in the men's restroom, and I don't care if people look at me. They can look all they want. I feel fine. I feel comfortable, and the situation just feels simple to me, which is new. Like, for being in public, especially restrooms, and especially, like, actually talking with people in public, for that to be simple and comfortable, that's, like, mind-blowing. That's dramatically different than how all that stuff has been for me in the past. And it feels really good. It's really nice, feels really good. Just have it be simple. I never thought of that concept, or I never thought of, like, simple versus complicated until just now. Or not just now, but, like, recently. But yeah, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I haven't experienced the emotional thing that people talk about, like not being able to cry. I haven't had that, but then I have been having like dramatic situations lately. So maybe if my life were less dramatic right now, maybe I would feel less emotional. Who knows? Anyway, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you later.